What Should I Do Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, magical, wonderful Wednesday. I know I am, even though, as always, I'm completely exhausted. And I think the last couple of days have finally caught up with me. I was all excited yesterday about, starting work. And even though I was completely whipped yesterday when I got off work, I was still kind of like on that adrenaline rush. And today it's like day 2. And now you're just kind of into the swing of going into work. And I want to take a nap. I'm so tired. And I don't think it's helped that I've been really busy at work. It's not like they started me and it's super slow and there's not a lot going on. Oh, no. We have spent the last couple of days ripping the entire store apart and putting it all back together. So folding all new stuff, hanging all new stuff, dragging stuff out of boxes, moving, just everything and anything in between, on top of taking care of customers, making sure everybody's happy and making sure everything's taken care of. And so it's not like it's been an easy, quiet transition. And then I'm in, the break room today, and I'm talking to my boss, and she's like, how do you feel about everything you've learned so far? I'm like, oh, it's great. I feel comfortable, dealing with people at the register. I feel comfortable dealing with people in the dressing room. It's not a big deal. She's like, good, because I want you to learn everything you need to know, because I want you in a manager's position in the next week. Come again? I'm sorry? What? A week? Okay. And that's kind of what I said. I was like, okay. I mean, I think I sounded more confident then than I do right now. Inside, I was freaking out. I'm like, what? A week? I've been here a day, and you want me to be in a manager's position in a week? Thank God my job's easy, because if it was any harder, I don't think I could do it. But pretty much, I already do everything that I would do in that position. I would just have like an extra set of keys and a little bit more authority. Like there wouldn't really be, and better pay. There wouldn't really be anything else different that I would have to do. So it's not really that intimidating. It's just to hear it that soon. Like I've been here a day and a half and you're telling me this. But I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited for the opportunity, and I hope it all works out the way that she wants it to. And I don't see any reason why it shouldn't, but it's just going to kind of mess with my hours a little bit. It's going to give me more hours, but some of them might be night shift hours, which are fine because, I mean, the girls can be with their dad, and it's not a big deal. It's just kind of crazy. It's just a little different than what I was originally told, but that happens when you have girls quit and things change. Then this happens, and then you're a manager. So I guess apparently that's how it's going to work for me, which I'm not complaining about. The money's going to be good. The hours are going to be good for the most part. It's going to be exhausting, but time to put your big girl pants on and join the real world, I guess, Jazzy, because that's what I'm doing. But we are not here to talk about crazy work schedules and promotions a day and a half in. We are here for What Should I Do Wednesday, where I answer all of your general paranormal related questions that you guys ask me all up on the Facebook page. And I didn't get a lot of questions today. And when I don't get a lot of questions, or I don't get a lot of questions that are worth answering because they're weird or they don't make any sense, which I get plenty of those, I kind of go into like Pick Your Topic Wednesday. And one of the other admins, Bobby, she gave me a really good topic that I haven't ever talked about on a singular level. So today we are going to talk about spiritual attacks, how they come about, what can be the repercussions of them, and how you can prevent them. Again, short, sweet, and to the point, because this girl wants to lay in this bed and go to bed and go to sleep. So spiritual attacks can happen in a multitude of ways. For a variety of reasons. They can happen following an investigation of a location that something attaches themselves to you, and they can be dark in nature, or evil, or malevolent, or just up to no good. They can come about when you are in a home, that you live in a home where, again, a malevolent spirit and attaches themselves to you. They can come through playing with a spirit board. There's a variety of repercussions to a spiritual attack. They can be mental. It can be mental anguish. It can be physical, emotional. It can be all of the above. Spirits who are powerful and strong and evil in nature want to exude as much of that negative energy toward their victims as possible. So they will scratch you, they will bite you, they will kick you, they will hit you, they will choke you, they will pull your hair, they will throw you against the wall, they will burn you, they will do anything they can that they have the power to do to inflict harm on you, because it is in their goal to harm you. They can possess you, they can manipulate your thoughts, your dreams, your actions toward others, your demeanor, your emotions. They can make you very weepy, very angry. They can give you mood swings. Those are all signs of possession. You know, you talk about oppression. We've talked about oppression a lot. And one of the first signs of an oppressive state is being manipulated by something that makes you not you. And that's a spiritual attack. They can do harm to not only you but your family, because in turn, I mean, they can attach themselves to you, and then you can hurt your family as a result of being manipulated by them. It's a very real thing. It's a very scary thing. I've never personally been like overly assaulted. I've been scratched. That was enough for me. I don't know what caused it. I don't know what it was, but I had 3 scratches right down my arm, and it scared the living out of me. Like I didn't feel good. It hurt. Like I've never felt that like intense pain. Like I've never felt a burn like that. Like I've been burned before by like the worst burn I ever had. I got burnt by a hot water heater. Like I ran into the back of a hot water heater on the back of my leg. It was the worst pain I'd ever been in my life. And this was worse. I mean, I have had children, and this burn hurt worse than that. And until I had that, I didn't think anything else could hurt worse than that. Now I know why there's drugs for that. Because that was awful. But that was worse. And I felt bad. Like my arm felt cold, and it was just an awful feeling. And I know, you know, some of my friends have been choked and bit and kicked and hair pulled and thrown against the wall and all of the above. And they suffer from that. It really messes with them. I mean, you are dealing with something that you can't see. You can feel it, but you can't see it. And you feel powerless to stop it because you can't see it. You can't say, you know, you can scream and holler and say, stop it, stop it, stop it, but they don't care. And it's a very devastating feeling to feel that powerless and that helpless. Some of the things that you can do to prevent that, or to kind of help you with that, is you can cleanse your home immediately. You know, you can do smudging, cleansing, you can meditate and try to cleanse yourself. When it gets really serious, I mean, you start talking like exorcism, when you're just full on possessed by something. You have to try to get rid of the attachment, but it's on you. You know, your friends can say, hey, you're acting really weird. You know, are you sure nothing really is going on? And the spirit's going to manipulate them, you know, you into saying, no, nothing's going on. I'm fine. Leave me alone. You know, don't mess with me. Don't mess with my house. Leave me alone. It's fine. And that's what the spirit wants, even though that may be not what you want. Because when you're saying things like that, it's not you. And so when your family or your friends come to you and really start showing some sort of a concern for you, then really listen to them. But it's on you to want to make it go away. And for you to take that control back and that power back to really stop it and say, no, you're not going to do this to me. You are not going to have this control over me. I think that a lot of your personal life has to do with how strong you may have on a spiritual platform. You have to have a backbone. You have to have a strong will to say, no, you are not going to do this to me. You know, I did a little bit of research reading about spiritual attacks, and a lot of women, I've noticed, that are able to really stand up for themselves in that sort of an environment are women who have survived domestic violence. I found it really interesting to see that statistic, to see that comparison. And as a survivor of that myself, I can understand that, because just as you are at the hands of something spiritual you can't see, you can't always see an attack, a physical attack coming at you either. I know firsthand. I've been through it. And it's horrible. I don't wish it on anybody. And so I can't imagine not being able to see your attacker. I mean, I was scared enough when I had them in my face. And so I can't imagine what it would be like for someone to be attacked by someone who is right here. You know, you can't see it. You can feel it, but you can't see it. And I can't imagine that. I felt powerless enough, and I could fight that off. Or tell it to go away. But I couldn't, you can't see a spirit. So, or not always. And so it's really, I just found it really interesting that was the comparison, was of women who have survived domestic violence and then go on to experience a spiritual attack are more than likely to come out of it less like unscathed than someone who has never experienced a physical attack in a real world. And may not have the will or the backbone to stand up and say, no, stop it. It was just a really interesting article that I read. But I think it all boils down to your strength and your willpower to make it go away. Even though, and there are things, like I said, you can do physically. You can, light candles and pray and cleanse your home and have a priest or someone come in and bless your home and try to detach whatever has attached itself to you. But take it very seriously. If it ever happens to you, don't take it lightheartedly or think it's fun or cool, because it can turn like that and you can be in a life and death situation really, really fast. So take it seriously and take the necessary precautions that you need to take in order to protect yourself and your family, because at the end of the day, they're all you've got. And if you let something happen to them because you want cool evidence or you want this to happen or that to happen, then you're being selfish and you're putting the people that you love and care about the most in danger. So take it seriously and do what you need to do to prevent it from happening or getting out of control, because it can change your life, and it can change your life in a negative way. But that is all I have for What Should I Do Wednesday. I will be back on Friday for GA Flashback Friday, where I recap a past episode of Ghost Adventures. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, have a great, wonderful rest of your week. Much love and happiness, guys.